welcome back. Now we have a BADHEARN photo map today. So this one here is the Christmas shootout. We've got the Mustang out today. We're going to give it a bit of a run, get some photos of it, see what we can do. Now obviously we just need to get to the photo shoot location initially there. It doesn't take long to get there. So just run quickly through here. And it's just up where the actual, I suppose, base of operations, one of the bases are. So we enter through here, and immediately we'll see the banner Ultimate Illusions. You'll know you've made it if you're here. So let's have a start having a look. So immediately we're going to have a lot of bays and booths around. Now, whether or not you just want to go for like more of a wider angle, lighting is always going to be a challenge in evening. So that's where this one here, I think we are going to see. I know some great shots, some shots might be need to be done after imaging with some extra editing. But definitely, so we've got Christmas tree. Benefit of a shot like with the width between here and here, there's no, you can really just, without having brick walls. Obviously we've got our center fire on, but you know, go low on the photo height, go for over the top type angling, gives you a bit of an indication what you can do. Of course, don't forget you've got the angle modes as well. I'll go something probably like that, gets the brick walls out of it. So definitely that would be one of the options we could run with. Let's go ahead. If you're familiar with BADHEARN's work, obviously they do a lot of the shade type areas like this. Jesus, this thing does have some power. Okay, clearly we need to go in this bay. We're going to get some light in from the back there, so we're going to actually get a bit more of that grey and black band on the car. Something like utilising the wool in this one a bit, I think. You could go like that. That definitely has a good angle to it. It just adds a little bit of depth. Actually, there was a, I think, a John Wick movie car went over the auction blocks around $140,000 American dollars. Wasn't the most expensive car in that lot. The most expensive Supra from one of the Fast and Furious films. First one, I think. Anyway, let's keep going. Obviously, we've got center shots as well. You sort of get the idea with these ones. These ones here are, once you've seen one, you've seen a few of them. But we'll just do the center and move on from there. So, you know, you could just come in at from an angle like this, empty bays, but, you know, or try and utilize a framer with this pillar and this pillar. You know, it is going to come down to what you're looking at, but raise it up a bit maybe. Get a bit of black headlight slash dust in the air. Go something like this. You also have more of these over the other side. So, you know, they're going to be very similar. You do get a buggy with some eyes on the front as well. Get a Christmas tree in front of this one, and there is some, I think, presents I saw there. So I want to try and get an angle in. Get back like that. And that's actually a pretty good Christmas shot. We've got the tree, we've got the presents. That works out actually really quite nice. Sort of like even zoom in like that and just make it a real, just good focus shot. Again, some after image in editing would get a bit more color and brightness and things that you want to the picture. Definitely, that works out quite well. Center shot, what do we got? Christmas tree. It's more of a wider shot that you can do on it. Pretty close to dead center, I think. Close as we need to make it be. So again, same sort of deal. We're just going for the car in the front. Very similar, and just slowly, still. Center wick needs to deliver a lot of presence. Emptyless sack is going to be good for Mr. Wick because you can hide all your evidence. Jeez, this car is twitchy. Now, this here, I am thinking, do we go on an angle or do we go straight? They seem to be doing a lot of angle work. I'm going to just do this one as a straight. And if you want to go angle, we can go angle. Be sufficient enough for what we want. Something like this. Even go like right on in, get up there a little bit like that. Square it in. I reckon that looks good like that. It's actually quite an aggressive looking shot. However, you know, you could always do that angle side shot you wanted. Don't forget, you can always as well, if you're uncertain, around, see what you can do. You could always go for a side shot. There's many options, but it gives you a bit of an idea. Let's keep on a rolling with this. Now, head on through here. We're going to have some yachts to the right. Single boats to the left. These here. The lights in here, I feel, may be a little problematic. So I'm going to try and park close to this lamp. See how much light we can get or utilize. Something like that might work. It's definitely a lot of darkness around the side of the car. It is actually a very dark, dull paint job. But that said, you know, it definitely, I think you could probably pick some of that up with after imaging. So with, again, phone software, PC software, that sort of thing. We tilt it, to believe it. Actually, this works better a bit like this. Let's over the roof shot. There you go. We get enough light, we can maybe get a good over the roof shot. Go off the vinyl a bit. And with the floorboard in it, that is actually pretty cool. Onto the yachts. We have a yacht with the Horizon hat. With the presents. Again, just on a quick check. What's the lighting like here? So it's going to be similar, just like a front-on type car shot. Sort of angling. Center wick is definitely getting in the shots. Similar for the cat, you'd find it would be. And we have a Christmas tree on the back of the yacht here. To actually utilise a bit of the horizon side of top. Actually, by the looks of things, we've got the trophy on the top of that one as well. And, you know, you could always try and go for that angle to be utilising the upper props. You may just want to try and get a bit of lower props in, if that's the case. No. Try and something like that, zoom in a little bit, and that way you can utilize that. However, pull out the shot a bit. Anyway, you get the idea. I'll give you a few Christmas ideas for Christmas photos if you want to do some in-game Forza Horizon 5 photos. Now we head up here. This one here definitely gets a little bit of air up here, or higher height. We're going to get the benefit from the laser show lights, really. Hoping we might be able to utilize something with those lasers. Not so much. Now this is where we have the view from up here looking down. It is awkward, however, to actually utilize a view base up here. What we can do, however, is just stand alone against the night sky. We don't have a light source, for instance. So this here again is going to be one of those scenarios. You want to take a photo and then do a little bit of work afterwards. Photo as well, probably. As you miraculously get a lot of light on it. Just see what other take this out. I mean, the concrete barriers, it's definitely get a nice view from there, but I would say the night sky is going to be your best option. Maybe try and get it with the laser show in there. That might be the best bet. You know, something like that could work. So, I mean, that definitely gives a bit more of an angle. Go. Let's keep on moving. You have a gap in the wall. Can we utilize anything from here? What's this? Like the configuration from Resident Evil when they have the laser room. And that can work. So you could use that gap in the wall, and again, just something like that. Definitely not the easiest one on that bar. Could just square it up to flat. Yeah, that can work. Again, with this particular map, I think you'd see yourself doing a few after edits. No, I would probably be doing a few after edits. But this will bring us down to, let's rewind that here. This brings us down to an area we're not really meant to get into. So what it does, it brings us down to this area. So this area here is obviously off bounds normally. The benefit here is we can actually dive on in and utilize some of the scenery in here. So in this instance, I've actually kicked a little bit of dirt up, which actually adds to the photo a bit. But we get the Christmas tree, and we're just parking our car in grass in fantastic hatred. I reckon that's probably my favourite so far. Now we are going to have to try and follow the map in the bottom left a little bit. So it looks like we're travelling through here. do have a caravan that normally isn't there, I believe. So, you know, this one is going to be awkward. The Hulu tree. Yeah. It's actually not going to work so much. We normally would be able to actually get in front of the way. Good shot on that. But it does look like we have a route around here. And we pull up here. We get some photograph. Lasers don't look as put up fast. Could use this as a bin. Just front of car. Watering. We need a bit more height. Around about that, just for the roof height. I think John Favreau's Chef movie. We come around here. No, we don't go through there because that's fenced off. Come through here. And let's see, left by the looks. We don't go back on there, I don't believe. Or do we? We may do. Alright. No. Although, maybe it wants us to go over here. Maybe not. Alright. Well, we've done this part over here in there, and we've done the main part. It looks like the only part left is actually across the finish line. So we're going to cross the finish line. It looks like we covered most of it. That one was definitely the end of that one to get to the finish line. Quite. So, you know, there's going to be a handful of shots you can get throughout that one. So once you've got them all, it's easy to navigate to the finish line. So that's not going to be a problem. But definitely it does have a few good shots in there. But yeah, check that one out, see what you think. We do have other Christmas maps in our Christmas playlist, Forza Horizon 5, as well as rallies, races, all those fun stuff as well. Definitely do check them out. And if you do like photo maps, do check out BADHEARN's other works. I know they've got a stack load in regards to how many they've made. Well worth checking them all out. So other than that, I'm going to leave that there. Thank you for the watch, and as always, do drop by the channel. Okay then, catch ya.